Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to Revolution Idle. In the last episode, we were kind of working towards getting some achievements done. Main one, kind of towards the end of the kind of episode, was we were getting the big mults, number 14 of the achievements, where we had to get over 1 million on the multiplier, as well as the going further, reaching a exponent of 1.2. Now, given that we have been kind of playtime well over 5 hours as we were working towards that, we kind of managed to get both of them, well, all three of them done in the last episode. Today's episode, we're going to kind of focus on getting this high score, getting all of the multipliers up to 1,000, also getting a promotion up to level 10 as well. So I think, to kind of start things off, I did kind of speed things just a little bit before I started recording, getting back to where we were on the kind of multiplier and where we were on the kind of the levels as well. So just wanted to kind of like speed things up just a little bit, just to make sure that we were kind of getting kind of pretty much where we left off when we prestiged. You can see here things are kind of still kind of leveling up pretty quickly. We've got our kind of red up to Ascension 3, as well as orange, yellow, greens on 2, and then we have purple and pink up to 1, and we're kind of almost there with prestige and ascending the white as well, which is quite a lot of progress. We can kind of get on there, and in terms of infinity kind of progress, we're up to about 16%. So it's taken good amount of time to get up to this point. So you can see here, getting up to infinity is going to take some time. As kind of like I said, I think it was in the first episode that the currency here, this score system, is kind of our indication on how close to infinity we are getting. Now, I don't think we are going to quite get there this episode, but I would like to kind of at least try and get like kind of a few of these. I think kind of if we scroll down, so number 30 is where we actually reach infinity. So a little ways off now, because we're about, just over halfway through on the progression of the achievements. But you can see here, some of these have got some strange kind of conditions to do it. Promote without prestige and ascension. So that might be one of the easier ones. Getting red, orange, and yellow up to the 6th ascension, that might take some time, because right now, we're already in the 3rd, but yeah, that's way off on that one. So let's just kind of continue with this, leveling up as we go along. The fact that we have a 4.5 million multiplier right now is pretty wild. And you can see here, we are kind of gaining a lot of kind of experience. So it shouldn't be too far off getting things up to kind of level 10. What I would like to do is kind of do maybe the lap speed first of all, instead of this. So when this one's up to level 10, it'll pretty much be close enough to doing that. So just to kind of like, make note of exactly how much experience it takes to get up to level 10 and where we need to get to on the kind of multiplier, just means that makes it a little bit easier just to kind of gauge how much time that we need to give. Look at this now. I remember kind of towards the end of the last episode, we were like, we're getting about 1,000 a second. Now we're getting we're getting more than 10,000 a second. This is just going to keep going up and up and up. More time that we kind of level up these and get us all the way up to, that, was it the VG score. So I do think that VG is when we get to, I think it's like to the power of 20, million being the power of 1, billion being the power of 2, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 20. So right now we're up to the power of 16 with Sextillion, I think it is. I think that's how you pronounce it. I know it's kind of abbreviated, but I think that's where we're at. So, given the fact that we are kind of increasing such a kind of crazy amount, that it probably is going to be pretty close. I wonder if we'll get to level 10 before we get to the big number. Also, another thing to kind of look out for is just kind of getting all of these multipliers up to over 1,000. White is taking quite a lot of time. I mean, you can see here it's do 0.07 revolutions a second, and every revolution that it does, we get 0.73 on the multi-gain. So to get that up to 1,000, that's going to take quite a considerable amount of time. So we need to kind of work through that, kind of get that kind of powered up as quickly as we can. Let's have a look. Okay, wrong one. So we are kind of getting real close. I mean, 800 kind of XP right now. I'm kind of curious on how the XP work. Initially, I thought, it's around about like kind of, I was thinking it was around about 10,000 on the multiplier. Oops, wrong one. 10,000 on the multiplier for each level. But then kind of the numbers don't quite work out, because right now we have 884 so experience with only 8.5 million. So I'm not quite sure exactly how the XP is worked out, but if you guys know, please leave a comment in the in this video, because I always like to kind of learn games and stuff like that. And like I say, this is kind of my first time playing this, so I'm not fully dialed in on exactly what happens and how some things work and everything else. So yeah. So I would appreciate that if you would like to drop a comment, just so I can get a better understanding. So I wonder if the multiplier, I wonder if we get to 10 levels once we hit 10 million. Let's kind of just keep an eye on this. Might as well just make sure I'm buying things as they come along. Okay, so not 1,000 to get up to level 10 yet, but we'll keep on going with that one. I'll just continue to kind of keep buying things as they come along. I mean, it's Ep.3 now. So we're up to 17. So we are kind of progressing really quickly now. Oh, there we go. So we got to level 10. So let's kind of promote, so we can get that. So we get 30 minutes of time to flux, which is pretty sizable. So let's kind of get that time flux up to ×3, just so we can kind of really kind of speed through this and get kind of everything up to there as quickly as we can. So I'm just going to continue to kind of press B, speed along as quickly as I can. You can see just how much difference it makes from like kind of where we were to what we're doing now. But the good news is that we are doing about 2.5 times the speed. So it will take next to no time to be able to get back up to that kind of 5 million mark. If we have a look at the statistics, we have been playing this game now for almost 7 hours. For some reason, the unscaled, I'm not quite sure that the denomination of this is just a little bit strange. I really don't understand the kind of the way those work, but that's all in time, I suppose. Kind of the more we play this game, the more we kind of learn all the mechanics and the bits and pieces and everything like that. But you can see now, I mean, look, the fact that we're doing like a ×3 kind of speed, as well as kind of like the holding the B on that. So it just goes super quick. And I wonder, I mean, it's going at 8.9, 10. Right, so one of the achievements, let's have a look. Where was it? Promote without prestiging. So we have to get to 1,000 to do that. And what do we get? We actually get a multi-gain multiplier as well. So I wonder if we're better off kind of doing that, kind of getting up to just to kind of start over, just to get one of the other levels or something like that. We can kind of skip ahead and grab that one. Also, I mean, being able to do a multiplier to 1 million and 1 prestige, that's pretty wild to be able to do that in one sitting, especially at this low level. Obviously, once we get like kind of these promotions leveled up and stuff like that, it will come a little bit easier. So I think I don't want to get too far ahead there and kind of try and do something like that. So what I'm going to do is just, keep a hold of B, buy all of these upgrades as they come along. We're already up to blue. that took a very little time. I think that only took about 3 or 4 minutes, whereas it took, an hour at the start of this series. So let's just kind of speed on a little bit more, and let's get back to that. Well, I think did we say Septicillion we were kind of up to, and then kind of unlock some more achievements. And this took absolutely no time whatsoever to get up to this 1000 multiplier. So as soon as we do that, let's kind of promote, and then we can do this again right from the beginning. So I think, because I want to try the kind of promote without ascending or prestiging. So let's do 1 level of this, and there we go. You don't need to promote, so just let's have a look at that. So we get a multiply gain of 1 to the power of 1.01, which is nice. Okay, so now let's see how long it takes for us to get to promotions without ascension or prestige. Now I feel like this one's going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to kind of, you can see here we still have the ×3 multiplier, so on the time flux, so we are kind of going through things a lot quicker than we would have been. So let's kind of wind things on and get up to the ascension. And the reason why I want to do this is because if I do a promote without prestige and ascensions, I get 350 of this currency. Now in the shop, I can add a bonus multiplier added to the others by 3%. And that only costs 1500. You can see here we have 1350. So the reason why I kind of want to do this as well before we go back and kind of focus on these ones is just so we can get that extra 3% on that one. So yeah, so let's come back to this when we get close to that 1000 so we can promote. And a little while longer for this one. Seems to have taken a lot more time. Surprised how the ascensions kind of contribute towards this, but it kind of makes sense. They do make quite a big difference when it comes to kind of growing the multiplier on that one. So let's do this straight away. What do I want to do? Maybe ascension power this time, just to kind of increase that, because we are going to go for the next one. So that's awesome. So we have got promote without prestige, and that's another 350 of the currency, which does mean we can get this one, which is the multiplier there. So we're doing pretty well on things right now. So we have got like a few kind of little upgrades here and there, a few little jobs, a few little achievements, all that kind of fun stuff. Now, prestige with only 3 colors. Now, I think we probably could do that, to be honest. I think what we need to... Is it worth it, though, for 350? Probably not, for kind of right now. I think kind of let's just kind of focus on kind of getting these promotions up to level 10. And then kind of take it from there on that one. What else? So yeah, so big numbers. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool one to get. Make all that one here, make all multipliers to 1000. This white is going to take so long to do that. So I wonder if kind of promoting, maybe. I wonder if we promote the ascension power, because that just makes things go real quick. I'm not too sold on it yet. But yeah, let's kind of wind on. Let's get this up to level 10. And then kind of like, to be honest, let's just see how long it takes to get up to able to promote up to level 10. I think as well, like, I wonder if we can, I mean, getting multiplier up to 1,000,001 prestige is that's going to take a long time, but I think we can do it. Maybe. Let's give it a go, see how long this will take. And there is the second level 10 promotion.
Another one.
Okay, and that is the third one done.
Another one.
Okay, and while we were kind of going to get the fourth kind of promotion up to level 10, we did actually manage to get the multiplier up to 1000 for each of them. Also, we've finally got the 1 VG, So we can actually get three achievements in kind of one thing. So you can see here now we have all of these. So we got, is it a big number, big multiplier, and really good job. So the next thing we need to do is we look to get the Google, kind of reach 10 DTG score. That will give us a little bit of a multiplier, and then that'll be kind of our next kind of one that we kind of focus on. So for now, I'm gonna show you exactly how quickly having all 4 of those promotions on level 10, just so you can see how much faster things are. So given that, I mean, you know, the last one's level 12, just because I kind of held off when we were looking at those other 2 achievements. So yeah, you can see here things are going to get real high real quick. So like we're already up to kind of, you know, the 4th one, and you can see there we're already making hundreds of millions, getting into the ascensions and kind of really striving forward, and we're already up to the kind of the prestige window. So you can see here how much faster it is now, and that's been a few seconds. You know, we're already up to a 11, 12, 13 multiplier. So I wonder if we can do this one, this large step, given that, you know, it is, you know, relatively quick. We're up to 25. I feel like, you know, we can probably get there. Before the promotions, it was looking like, I kind of did a little bit of calculation before. I think it was going to take somewhere around like 280 hours to kind of get up to a million multiplier. But as things progressed, like kind of, we did get like 10x, 10x, 10x. And I think I got it down to about 3 hours to do that 1 million prestige in one go. But that was not going nearly as fast as what this is. When it gets to like into the hundreds, it does slow down just a little bit, but you can see it'll kind of ramp back up and get faster and faster. If we can get like kind of, well, we need to get in the region of like 1,000 per second just to kind of make it kind of worthwhile. So you can see here it's not quite up there, it's about 10 per second. But as we get like kind of these kind of ascensions done, it goes up so much quicker once it gets leveled up. You can see here like every gain is 119. That just adds so much more. I mean, we're already into the sextillions, and I feel like we've been doing this for maybe like 2 minutes. And again, this is just going so much faster. On that last promotion, I was kind of holding off on the multiplier just to see roughly how quickly we can get it. And I think the first time I promoted was around, I think it was around 5,000, and that didn't take much time at all. I mean, it's going even quicker now. So yeah, I think we can kind of, you know, shoot to try and get this up to the kind of the 1 million mark. So we'll give it just a little bit more time. See if we can get into the white. Kind of see how long it takes to get to that one, because that's a real indication of like kind of leveling up stuff. You know, we're getting 1 or almost 2 kind of octillion. Yeah, octillion. Now we're already up to 5 by the time I learn how to say that. So you can see like it's just things are ramping up. You know, 5,000 multiplier already. You know, these promotions now are kind of coming in real solid. But again, it has taken us to get all the way up to kind of getting each of these up to level 10. You know, the second promotion took quite a long time. The third one was obviously a little bit quicker, and the fourth one was pretty quick. And that's with kind of like stepstone and with the kind of the prestiges. So yeah, up to 10,000 now. I mean, this is not taking much time at all. I think we can really get to the 1 million mark in this kind of this one prestige. I would like to kind of give the prestige with only 3 colors a try, but I want to kind of get this DTG first, just to really kind of get going with that. I wonder if we can prestige after we might need to promote just to kind of get that kind of achievement, because I feel like if we prestige now, at 22,000 with all of these and all of them ascended, it'll take even more time just to get these kind of prestige with only the 3 colors. Red, orange, yellow. Okay, so the first 3 on the 6th ascension. That could be one that we kind of work towards, maybe. I'll have to have a think about that. This might take some time. Make white multi, pink greater than pink multi. You know, that's going to be pretty difficult to achieve as it stands, because you can see here the red has got almost 600,000, whereas the white has got 12. So that's going to have to be the highest number in kind of descending over to red. So that's going to be, that might be a little tricky. I mean, a 1.6 multi-gain for those first 3. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Where that one? A fade and sensor. So it's, I don't think it even gives you anything other than the multi-gain. Let's have a look at them. Make all promotions level 50. That's going to take some time. That's going to take a lot of time indeed. So, where are we? See, 125,000. This is just not taking any time whatsoever. We should be at the 1 million mark in a few minutes. And just while that is kind of going on, I do want to kind of show you the stats real quick. Now, this game has been now almost 8.5 hours. It is kind of going, I mean, it's flying by. I'm barely even noticing, just because, you know, I love incremental games like this. That's just always kind of multiplying numbers, always just kind of like, you know, the clicks, they're kind of making things kind of level up faster. And kind of like, you know, the dopamine effect that it has is just so addicting to kind of keep playing and playing and playing. And then, you know, obviously makes it more addicting is kind of like, you know, meeting these goals, getting to like, you know, the next kind of achievement, and finding out the next kind of what the next task is and all that kind of stuff. So I love games like this. Like I say, it's so much fun just to kind of play around with and stuff like that. And as we reach the 1 million on the prestige mark, you can see just how quick things are going. You know, that's taken like no time whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly prestige to get that achievement. There we go. Multiply your P multi by 1 million and 1 prestige. So that's 300. So that's awesome. And I mean, already you can just see how much quicker. We're 1 million times faster right now. So this is already into the white. So we need to get the 10 DTG score. Make a base multi-gain be greater or equal to 1. Base multi-gain. So I wonder if that's got to do with the promotion side of things. Kind of curious on what that might be. See, it doesn't say anything about base multi-gain here. Promotion power is just relating to them. Ascension power is obviously as we ascend when we max out. Multi-gain multiplier, that's just a multiplier. And lap speed multiplier. So I wonder how we get just the base up. Very curious. I'm going to have to kind of maybe look into that, maybe do a little kind of research just to see what we can do there. I think the next one is trying to get these up to level 6 ascension. And then I think maybe try and get a promotion to be level, well, all of them to level 50 as well. Right now they're getting level 12, but you can see here we're already 150 million. Like, to think that trying to get that multiplier up to there was like, took so long. Like, it just took us so long. I mean, 8 hours. I think it's got up to that 1 million. I think we got up to maybe 10 million at one point. So yeah, so getting all the way up to 500 as quickly as we are now. But you can see it really is kind of slowing down. The good news is, though, you know, obviously with these levels, you can see here going from 10 to 14 increases the actual multi-gain multiplier to 63. So yeah, so That's pretty solid. And we're even into the billions now. And where are we with these? So these are all, well, these are level 4. Takes quite a lot. So I wonder if DTG, I wonder what that next kind of number is, because we're at DV now. So I wonder if T is like to the multiplier of what, 30, sorry. So V was to the multiple of 20. See, TV will probably go up to, you know, Q, QA, QI, and kind of go through the cycle again. So in order to get to that, we would need to get a multiplication of 30 for all of these. So that's going to take a little bit of time. I wonder if it's worth, given that we're in the kind of the billions now, if it's worth kind of doing another little prestige. Is there anything here that make the all the circles go solid? That'll be kind of as we kind of promote these, the speed multiplier, without kind of ascending like kind of like, I think it was up to Cyan, that with the current level, that without ascending we can get all of them up to like kind of a full circle, like you can see here in the red. As you kind of ascend, it does kind of slow them down just a little bit. So I think that kind of the key to getting that one obviously comes in after the level 50. So I think getting them all to level 50 and then just kind of letting them kind of run without getting any kind of ascensions. I think that would be how we achieve that one. I think it's time like that we are kind of 20 billion. I think it's time to kind of reset that just to get those numbers up higher. You can see here, I mean, we'll have to, this seems to be the play. And these just go so quick. I mean, infinity wise, we're at 20%. So although we are kind of, you know, getting just the last few up to getting the infinity, you can see it's going to take quite some time. You know, 24% is, you know, getting there. Is getting there, but slowly. I mean, even with that ascension, we already hit the 20 billion mark. So that's just taking no time at all. We're kind of slowly getting up to ascension number 5 on the red. Obviously, these are going to take a little bit longer. I mean, we're up to ascension 2 on the white. And bear in mind, this is all without any time flux. We do have 15 minutes, but I kind of want to just hold off on that, just to kind of give that last push to infinity. So I think given like we are growing up like quite dramatically, so I kind of want to kind of just hold off on using that because it is quite a vital resource unless we kind of go AFK and kind of log offline and come on. So there's number 5 for that one, number 4 for turquoise. You know, we are flying through now. And I think, you know, with that being said, I think we could probably get these 3 to prestige. It might take a little bit of time, and to be honest, for like a 0.01 kind of increase in the multi isn't really like kind of that crazy right now. So I think, yeah, we hold off on that. I think we can kind of push some of the more important ones. I mean, getting this up to, you know, ascension number 3, where we gain 1800 per revolution is wild. 5 trillion now. And you know, if we did kind of look at do this, it would be level 24 for each of them. You know, we're making 24 million kind of experience on all of these now, if we wanted to kind of promote. So I'm just going to hold off a little bit longer. See where we can get to. I think, you know, infinity at 31%. We are slowly going up there. You know, I think do we look to kind of maybe, I mean, it's 14 trillion. You know, let's get 100 times more. So we get to 21 trillion. And then we prestige once more. And then in terms of like, oh, there we go. We got the DTG. Nice. 10 DTG. That's another 15 minutes time flux. Awesome. Still kind of curious about this. Yeah, you see, we are getting there. This is up to 5, and this is just up to 4. So yeah, I think let's do this one more time. Instantly kind of getting them all the way to ascend. And let's see where we are with the trillions, see how long it takes here. Just little bit by a little bit. I mean, it's the fact that we're on SPVG already. OVG, you know, we're getting there so fast. And we're almost back to where we were before the Prestige. You know, this promotion, I mean, you can see here we're up to 26. UTG. We're up to, yeah, Ascension 5s. They're just going up so quickly now. There we go. And we're back up to the trillions. And we're already gaining. Okay. 33% now on Infinity. Now the fact that we've got like kind of up to here and we only need like a handful more to get up to kind of Infinity just kind of makes you think of how much longer this is going to take. Getting these all up to 50. It's going to take some time. And these numbers are getting so big now, they're kind of like squeezing off the kind of the multiplier. They're actually jumping out of frame. This is so addicting. Okay, so that again is going to be based on this one. I mean, looking at these, I mean, it's level 29. This is taking a lot, and we're up to almost quadrillions. We're not going to be able to get this done this prestige window, I don't think. I think we're going to have to go one more time. You know, I think, again, if we can get this to 3 QA, I think that's when we look to prestige. I mean, the exponent is really, really slow on kind of increasing on that one. But yeah, this is awesome. I love this. Yeah, we're almost there. Once we get to 3.2, let's do it again. And straight away. I'm just getting all of these prestige so fast. Now I think we might be able to do this if we didn't automatically just keep a hold of B every time we did that. But I think, you know, for now it's kind of good like this. Okay. Let's get this one up. How much longer is it going to take? It'll give us an indication of just really how kind of long it's going to take to get all of these up to Ascension number 6, just to kind of increase that. And what's the achievement for that? Okay, so you get 1.6 kind of multi for each of these. So I think, to be honest, I think if we get 1.6, I think that's when we look to maybe just kind of promote a little early, and then we can kind of go for that, just for those few extra currencies. Right now I have 1700, so 300 would actually mean we can kind of buy one of these next upgrades. Ascension power would probably be pretty cool. I mean, speeding up the revolutions like per second would also be pretty good. What else have we got? Increase our offline time flux. Yeah, that's not really something we'll be looking to do. Increase one of them, maybe. I don't know. There's also skins, so you can get like different things here. What have we got? We got different colors. We can do it by graphs. We can do cosmos. We can do clock. I mean, the clock one looks weird. Prismatic's pretty cool. The pendulum, look at that. Retro. I mean, I think that's just brighter colors than what it already is. You got the hamster screw. That's funny. The dragon eye, I have no idea. I mean, it does follow. That's pretty cool, but like, I don't understand how you can gauge. Matrix, okay. In the abyss. And then the packs as well, as if you do want to kind of spend some money and stuff. I mean, let's spend $100 getting 280,000 and max everything out, okay, right, back to it. So we're now up to, I mean, things have slowed down a lot. You can see here, like, and yeah, I think these are going to take a little bit of time. But the multi-gains, 226 from 38. An extra 1.6 on the speed. Ascension power, that could be pretty good. Especially for when we're focusing on those three. And then the promotion power. The promotions power, like, it does affect all of these, but unless these are high level, it doesn't really have that much of an impact. That's why I kind of left it to last. Just my opinion. I haven't really kind of thought about it other than the fact that I'd rather kind of get these kind of multipliers going before we get the multiplier on the multipliers, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's keep on going. We have our first level 6 ascension. Okay. But yeah, these are taking quite some time now. Level 74. And it's got another 70 levels before we can get that. 75 levels before we can get that, even up to Ascension 6. Yeah, that's slowing down a lot. So I think this is where we're going to call it for today's episode. I think next episode we really kind of push that. I mean, we made a lot of progress on these. We only have a few next before to get Infinity. I think in kind of the next episode we go for the Ascension and the level 50, and then just wonder if all of this is going to be good enough to kind of really push through. I mean, given that this episode now we're up to the 40%, that's kind of real solid. So guys, I appreciate you kind of checking in on this episode. If you do like the content, please like and subscribe. I am trying to, really grow this channel and really put videos out. So if you have any other kind of games in mind that you kind of want to see me check out and kind of do a review and play it so you don't have to, then, let me know. And I will catch you all in the next one.